Normally, I don't just rush in and do a video like this, but this one kind of like hits a special place where I just want to voice my 2 cents regarding this issue with the Pixel 10 series and Genshin Impact. So shout out to those who hit me on the DM and was like, yo, what are your thoughts on this? Yo, what is your thoughts on this? And yo, what do you think about this? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I think about this. What I think about this and the feeling that I get from all of this, it to me feels like that there are just some out there who relish in the fact if they could actually say the Pixel 10 series is garbage, trash. And if they feel like that's something to them would be considered significant, in reality, it's not even that significant. But the negative press would be their launching pad to just take to social media and be like, I told you so. I told you guys. It was trash. It was garbage. Never buy it. I don't get why people are so hung up on what other people get, what other people buy. What do they want to use? It doesn't make sense to me. Why do you care? And yes, I'm asking this question to those people who just seem to get butthurt when they say, hey, you shouldn't buy the Pixel 10. And then that person buys a Pixel 10 and it's like, oh my God, you wasted your money. You screwed up. You effed up. Why does it matter? See, in the world of tech, everyone's buzzing about this post on Reddit where Genshin Impact was buggy on a person, and I believe it was their Pixel 10 or their Pixel 10 Pro. Regardless of what it was the 10 series, the latest Pixel launched 2025. And what was also strange about it too was just the publications out there that just quickly ran with this story without even doing tests themselves. That's just crazy. I mean, they literally took to their keyboards and crushed it, typing up an article about it as if one person's uploaded video to Reddit was all the defining proof that they needed. That it's like tech just flew out of their brains and they totally forgot. Well, somebody's phone could be defective. Somebody's phone could have a bug. Doesn't mean that everybody's. Now, if they wanted to know if other people are getting the same issue, why not put it out there on their social platforms like X and Threads and Facebook or whatever they're using out there, Instagram? Get people's feedback response. But the biggest thing is that these publications, they got the Pixel 10 and the 10 Pro and the 10 Pro XL, and I'm pretty dang sure they got the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. So they have all four of the Pixel devices. Why not test it yourselves? Why didn't you just load up Genshin Impact on all four phones and test it? Test it for yourselves. Like literally, they literally went straight to the keyboard and just start crushing it. It was amazing. It was amazing. This is the article that it was shared to me in the link, and so I decided to read it. And then I was like, this is what has people freaking out. Anyways, 9 to 5 Google posted this, and then here, as you see, this little segment right here, they had to update. They had to get in and edit and update their page. So the update says, as of today, Google, in a statement to 9 to 5 Google, says that Genshin Impact has, in fact, not removed GPU support for the Pixel 10, and that Google has partnered with Mihoyo, or however you say his name, sorry if I butchered it, the game's developer for the Pixel 10. The company's statement follows: Genshin Impact has not removed Pixel 10 GPU. We partnered closely with Mihoyo over the past year for Pixel 10. Now, again, I said, sorry if I butchered the developer's name, because I don't play the game. I don't play Genshin Impact. My life has me pretty busy where I'm not really playing that much games. Like, if I am playing any games, it's probably some old school games that none of you guys are probably interested in. And some of you guys probably remember, if you're around my age or around my generation, right? I run emulators. you know, and I play NES games, Super NES games. Sorry about the train. You know, I play a lot of those games, but it's not something that I'm doing all day long. I don't sit and game all day long. So video games is not that big of an importance to me. And if people really think that, let's say, even if it was an issue with Genshin Impact, does that literally mean that the entire world would just abandon the Pixel phones? Like, come on, people, use logic for a second. Maybe you would. If it bugs you and it irks you and you're irritated, you take to social media to say that the Pixel 10 is trash, fine. I'm not here to defend the Pixel 10 against people who have made up their minds already about what they think about the phone. Even if some of those people have never even held the phone in hand. But I'm not here to tell people, you should hold the phone in hand before you pass judgment. No, pass your judgments. Totally fine, totally fine. But quit getting mad if everyone else doesn't agree with you. If there are groups of people that agree with you, then that's your peoples. Go sit there, have a powwow, and just trash the Pixels all day long till your heart's content. You're totally fine. But if somebody else doesn't care, if they literally post on social media, I don't play Genshin Impact, so I don't even care, because everything else that I do, and it's working just fine, and you're going to go and get mad, you're going to go and start an online beef war with them, that's just immature and ridiculous. Beyond anything else, it's ridiculous. And the fact is that this is even some sort of news, like, that is gone viral is beyond me, because the one thing I feel that kind of went viral, and by rightfully so, was when the Pixel 10 had an issue with E911. That was a very big issue. And that's something that, whether you're a Pixel fan like me or you're not a Pixel fan, you should be hard pressing, you know, the big G company. Sorry, I have to say that because every time I say their name, like, it all launches on the assistants on the phones around me. But that would be where you would call out the big G company and criticize them for this bug. But even then, it's a bug and it was fixed. Software and hardware, they work in tandem, okay? Software controls the hardware. And in that instance, those bugs, those issues that's found can be fixed. So again, what's everyone crying about based on somebody's gaming experience? Have we forgotten that, you know, there's bad batches? Have we forgotten about that? Have we forgotten that there's defective devices? Have we forgotten? And it's not just Pixels that are plagued with these issues. Apple iPhones are plagued with issues of having bad batches, defective devices, and bug issues. Samsung Galaxies have been plagued with the same thing. Motorola has been plagued for the same thing. And then at a time when they were relevant and a part of the phone industry, LG has had bad batches, defective devices. So what are we really talking about here? Where do we allow a game like Genshin Impact be the full benchmark to tell the tale of how a phone performs? When? And I'm gonna leave it at that. Answer that in the comment section of the video. Share your thoughts, questions, concerns, emotional outbursts. I don't really care, but just share what you want to say, how you feel about it. Love to read you guys' thoughts, and then I'll talk to you guys later.